The Charlotte Hornets have been balling as of late. Who would have thought that I would make a video talking about the Hornets and being a successful team? But they have been doing great things as of late. In the past 10 games, the Hornets are 7-3. They're currently on a 5-game winning streak, and they beat the Mavericks 123 to 121 last night, despite Cooper Flag having an amazing 49-point game. Now, I watched this game last night, and it was so fun to watch both teams trade buckets. Reading off some stats, Brandon Miller, 23 points, 7-13 from the field. Lamelo Ball, 22 points, 8-17 from the field. Kon Knueppel had a great night with 34 points. Him and Cooper Flag were trading buckets. It was so fun to see, so exciting to see the future of the NBA really doing their thing last night. And this Hornets team is impressive. If you really sit there and watch these guys, they're finally getting back healthy. And their starting five is having a lot of success playing with each other. In fact, they are 11-1 with Miles Bridges, Lamelo Ball, Kon Knueppel, Brandon Miller, and Musa Diabate on the floor together. I know it's a very small sample size, but 11-1 is insane. If we look at Charlotte in the past 5 years, I remember this season right here. This is when they had Borrego, when they were 43-39. They lost in the play-in, I believe, to the Atlanta Hawks. If I'm not mistaken, that's when Miles Bridges fired the mouthpiece into the crowd and it hit somebody in the head. It was just dumb, but after that, the Charlotte Hornets were 27-55, 21-61, and 19-63. Pathetic results. But what I will say about the Hornets in these recent years, their star players have been hurt. Lamelo Ball was hurt. Brandon Miller has been hurt. I know some people have their viewed opinions about Miles Bridges. I'm just keeping it on the court, though. He has been pretty available other than the legal issues that he had going on previously when he couldn't play. But all in all, their impact players have not been on the court consistently in these recent years, but this year has been different. Guys have been getting healthy. Guys have been playing well. And the addition of the rookies, Kon Knueppel, Kalkbrenner, Zion James, these guys have brought new life to this Charlotte Hornets team. I mean, they already have won more games this season than last season. They have tied their total from 2023 and 24. And what's crazy, guys, in the beginning of the season, the Charlotte Hornets win total was set at 27.5 games. So no one in Vegas, the NBA, wherever you could think of, thought that the Charlotte Hornets would be close to a 500 team this season. And I'm not going to lie, guys, it's been awesome to see this team step up. I don't like seeing teams be bad year after year after year after year, especially when they're getting top 5 draft picks. I love to see teams climb out of the losing hole and start winning games. Teams that we've seen do this recently is the Detroit Pistons. The Thunder used to be a terrible team a couple of years ago, and then they made a couple of good picks, put talent around SGA, and now they're a championship winning team and a championship contending team once again. So it warms my heart to see teams improve. I just want to get started on a couple of these players. So let's talk about Lamelo Ball. Lamelo Ball is having an okay season to his standards. It's not bad, it's not good. He was in trade talks earlier this year, and I'm glad they kind of phased out. You can't trade Lamelo Ball. Lamelo Ball is the heart of this Hornets team. I don't want to see him anywhere else but in a Hornets jersey for right now, especially with the guys playing the way they are playing. Lamelo Ball averaging 19 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 7.6 assists, 40% from the field, 37% from three. I would love LaMelo to be more efficient, but he's still a good playmaker. He still can knock down the three, even though he shoots the craziest shots ever. He can still shoot the ball. And he's just the engine that runs this team. Without LaMelo Ball, you don't have the playmaking. You don't have the flash. He's selling tickets. You have to keep LaMelo Ball. 6-7 point guards. You don't run across that every single day. He has improved his play from the beginning of the season to now, and it's looking really well with the pieces around him. So I'm happy that things have been working out better for LaMelo Ball. The trade rumors to me at the time were pretty silly. There's no way you get rid of him right now in his career, despite his injury history. You haven't seen LaMelo paired with this healthy Hornets lineup long enough to make decisions like that. And I'm glad that the Hornets franchise didn't entertain all of the trade rumors that were going on when Trae Young and Ja Morant were being discussed in those articles with LaMelo Ball. My guy, Brandon Miller, has stepped up to the plate. I am so happy that he is showing me who he really is. I was a big fan of his coming out of Alabama, going number 2 in the draft. And it's actually funny, I was going to make a video about Brandon Miller being disappointing. He came out really slow, wasn't efficient, but he has looked like the true two-way player that they drafted. Brandon Miller in his last 10 games is averaging 23 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. On the season, his stats are pretty identical: 20 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 44% from the field, 37% from three, and shooting 87% at the free throw line. I really love what I'm seeing from Brandon Miller on both sides of the ball. This season, he's averaging a steal and around a block a game as well. So he's just really a good perimeter defender, really active. And I seen early signs from Brandon when he started off his NBA career. You know, there was a clip of him telling his players to hustle back on defense when they didn't want to hustle back. So I knew that he had some leadership traits in him. but I just love the energy that he plays with night in and night out. Idolizing his game after Paul George. He's really starting to look like a young PG out there, and I really hope that this brother can stay healthy. You cannot talk about the Charlotte Hornets without talking about Mr. Kon Knueppel. I was one of the Kon Knueppel believers with him coming out of Duke. Everybody wanted to talk about his athleticism and all this nonsense. I told people, this guy is going to be a solid NBA player. He's going to be on the court. He's going to follow directions. He's going to play hard. He's a great shooter. And what's crazy about Kon Knueppel, he's actually a way better rebounder than I thought he was. Kon averaging 19 points a game, 5 rebounds and 3.6 assists, 48% from the field, 42% from three, with a 61% effective field goal percentage in his rookie season. That is insane. He's going to break the three-point record this season. The three-point rookie record is actually 206. Kon Knueppel right now, and I want to show you guys, Kon Knueppel right now has 161 three-pointers halfway through the season. He's going to crush this record in the next month, I would say. And I don't know about you guys, but that is not something that's normal in the league right now. When Keegan Murray did it, everybody was like, oh my goodness, he's such a good shooter, this, that, the third. And this kid is about to crush his record. I just had to look this up. They're projecting Kon Knueppel to hit around 270 three-pointers in his rookie season. I don't know if that record is going to be broken anytime soon. That is just how great of a shooter. And to be honest, Kon Knueppel just slows the game down. He's a pretty good ball handler next to Lamelo Ball and Brandon Miller, and he is just a guy who's not going to force a bad shot. He's not going to force a bad play. He's going to play the right way, and he's going to take the right shots. I honestly love what this Hornets front office has been doing, and they found a diamond in the rough in Musa Diabate. Musa Diabate had a monstrous performance against Memphis where he had 18 points and 19 rebounds. 1 block, 2 steals, 2 assists. He was everywhere on the floor. This guy is an energy guy, the Moose, they call him. I don't know if Musa Diabate is a long-term starter at center, but he is going to be a solid backup option. And he could be the starting center for a couple of years for Charlotte if that's the route that they want to go. I have no problem with that. He is great rebounding the basketball, especially on the offensive side of the glass. He's very mobile for his size at 6'10". Now, that could be on the small side of a center, but with his athleticism, he makes up for not being 7 feet. Finding a two-way player and converting him to a standard NBA contract and then him becoming your starting center is always going to be a win for a franchise. So shout out to the Hornets for finding Diabate and giving him a fair chance. Talking about Miles Bridges has been the most available player for the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I know some fans might have their own personal opinions about Miles. I'm just talking basketball here. Miles Bridges is giving you 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 45% from the field, 33.8% from the three. Miles Bridges is just that four-man that can do a little bit of everything, can drive to the basket, can shoot the open three. There have been reports saying that many teams are looking to get Miles Bridges. He said that he does want to stay in Charlotte, but ultimately that's not his decision. So we can see what they can get for Miles Bridges. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get a first-round pick, maybe a later first round, depending on what team tries to get him. But he is a pretty good four-man. And I believe that either way, if they keep him or ship him, they'll be fine. They have their core guys. They have their core pieces. I don't think that they'll be losing too much if they move off of Miles Bridges for a first-round pick. The rookie center, Kalkbrenner, is giving them 8.6 rebounds a game. He has been playing less lately, and for a reason. He's a little slower, can't keep up with the mobile bigs. He's not athletic enough for some of the centers in the league. But to me, he's a perfect center who can play about 15 minutes a game, come and give you some size. If the Charlotte Hornets do make a play-in or playoff appearance, I'm not sure if he's going to play a lot of minutes unless the team needs size at the moment. But he's a good piece. I do feel like that he can be a good backup center for Charlotte or a third-string big man for Charlotte as well. Not someone just buried on the bench. If I could think of a team that has a deep center rotation, maybe like an Adem Bona, Andre Drummond situation, or even a Clint Capella and Houston situation for Ryan Kalkbrenner. The Hornets have good vets on the team like Collin Sexton, who could be shipped as well. Collin Sexton is always going to be a good trade piece, a guard that can score. He's been pretty efficient over his past couple of seasons, and I really like Collin Sexton. He's going to give all of his energy on the court. Collin Sexton is averaging 14 points this season on 48% from the field. Salon has been playing better. Now, I still can't defend that draft pick yet, but he has been playing better and looking more like an NBA player. Trey Mann just signed a 2-year deal with the Charlotte Hornets. He's getting paid $8 million a year. They're not using them. They have no need to use them right now. They kind of have their rotation set in stone. A sad situation for Trey. Hopefully he gets some more opportunities. Josh Green is a solid veteran. Grant Williams is a solid veteran. Grant coming off of that ACL injury, so he's still getting his legs up under him. And the last player I want to highlight, Zion James. I think that he's going to be an excellent wing stopper later in his career. Zion James started the year hot, cooled down a lot. He's averaging 5.9 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 37% from the field, 34% from three. If Zion improves his efficiency in shooting later in his career, he's going to be an excellent player. Really strong frame, can defend the strongest players out there, and makes hustle plays. He made a hustle play last night in the Mavericks game, saved the ball from going out of bounds. The Hornets got a fast break layup opportunity off of it that put them in the lead in a pivotal spot in the game. And I really like Zion. I think that he can become better over the years. He's still a rookie, still learning. Liam McNeely is getting some good two-way time, and I think that he can develop as well. And that's pretty much the breakdown for this Hornets team. I really love what I've been seeing from these guys. I hope that they continue to improve. And they're so fun to watch. 6th in the league in offensive rating, middle of the pack at 19 defensively, but that's better than they were last year. Charles Lee has these guys rolling right now. I'm pretty sure that they're happy with the product they're seeing in Charlotte right now. So shout out to their front office, nailing it with some picks in recent years and putting some talent around Lamelo Ball and company. But anyways, this is your boy 100 Points. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out. God bless. Peace.